In today's video, we'll be going through data validation. If you've recently transferred your data from another payroll system, or if you've migrated from BrightPay using our migration tool, I'll show you the key areas you should review to make sure everything is set up correctly before you start processing your payroll. First, we'll check the company details. You can find these by going into Company, and then Company Maintenance. And we will open the Tax and NI tab. Here, you need to make sure that your PAYE reference and your account office reference have been entered correctly. While you're in this tab, you can also claim employment allowance. To do this, click the Claim Employment Allowance button, tick the box, and then click Save. If you need to enter brought forward employment allowance, you can click the link underneath this box. Next, we'll check your pension setup. To do this, we'll go to the Pension tab. Here, you want to make sure that you have a duty start date entered. If you'd like Qtac to automatically assess your workers each pay period, you need to tick this box here. This allows the system to automatically enrol employees into a pension scheme when they become eligible. You can also assign a default AE scheme here. Finally, we'll check the postponement settings. These can be found under AE postponement and EJ postponement. Here you need to make sure the correct postponement duration is set for each scenario. Once you save and close this window, you'll see on the main homepage that the software prompts you to submit an EPS, following our employment allowance claim we made earlier. In order to make RTI submissions, you need to make sure your government gateway username and password has been entered in File by Internet and Agent Setup. They'll need to be entered in the user ID and password boxes here. Once that's been entered, you can click the Submit EPS button to send an EPS, and this will send the employment allowance claim to HMRC. Next, we'll check the employee details. You can do this by selecting an employee's name here, right-clicking, and then go into Employee Maintenance. From here, we'll first check the tax code, which can be found under the Tax and NI tab. Another important area to review is the employee brought forwards. This section contains all the employees' year-to-date figures. As BrightPay does not provide a breakdown of earnings for the up to ST value here, the migration tool will set this to 0. Instead, all earnings will be combined into the box underneath. This will not affect any of your payroll calculations. If your employee has a fixed pay rate, you want to make sure this has been set up in the Pay Rates tab. If not, you can add a rate here and then click Save Rate. The final thing to check is the employee's pension details, which can be found under the AE tab. Here, you want to make sure that a pension fund has been assigned and that the contribution percentages are correct. On the right hand side, you'll also see AE brought forward. If you're already using an existing pension scheme, you want to make sure that there's information entered here, including a date. This tells Qtac that the employee is already part of an existing pension scheme. Once everything is correct, you want to make sure you save and then close, and that completes the main data validation checks you should carry out after migrating your data.